Hi, welcome back to Let's Use the C Word. I thought I'd have a quick check-in. So I'm back at work this week, which has been fantastic. It's great to kind of get back into what feels like a little bit of normality. Interesting because it's also been exhausting. So one of the things that I have definitely found is come kind of early evening, actually round about this sort of time, I do feel, really shattered. But then also you have to consider the fact that, it's kind of late 20s, early 30s. So there's an element of that, people are probably feeling a little bit exhausted just from the general heat. But no, it's been really good to get back into the loop again. Colleagues have been fantastic. It's been really great kind of catching up with people, getting back to normal conversations, and also talking about some of the stuff that's going on. From a side effect perspective, we've had some interesting things. Had to call the hospital the other day, really more than anything just to get a little bit of a check-in. So one of the things I think I mentioned before was my hypersensitivity to cold. Now I've avoided any of that, but one of the things we wanted to check was, does that actually subside? So, could I potentially put a little bit of ice in a drink, considering it's like 30 degrees? That'd be quite nice. The real answer is they don't know, because it's very different and individual to you. So I have today tested a couple of ice cubes. I went brave, and so far so good. I've been able to open the fridge without freezing myself to death. So again, that's really positive. So it's just a little bit of test and learn and just trying to get to grips with things. One of the things you might find amusing, and apologies if this is a little bit warped, I was advised that when I came out from the chemo, having been kind of administered, that I needed to flush the loo twice. And obviously that's because the chemotherapy is a poison. So we did check in with the hospital yesterday and say, are we good to only flush once? And the good news is 72 hours after the final administration kind of actually happening, you are actually okay to only flush once. So there you go, top tip from me for those going through this treatment. That appears to be the guidelines. You'll see that I am growing a little bit of facial hair. This is in advance for should I lose what's up here. I thought I'd go for an upside down look. So apologies, it's not just because I'm a lazy so-and-so and have decided not to shave. It is a deliberate thing. It's quite unusual for me to go this far, and it's a little bit patchy. But no, it's all good. So broadly speaking, I'm feeling pretty good. Tiredness is a weird one. It happens quite quickly. One of the things I'm really grateful for is I've now seemed to be getting into a point where I can actually have a really genuinely good night's sleep. I am up and down like a yo-yo, but I think that's more because I'm very conscious of keeping myself very hydrated, because again, the advice is that helps with a lot of things like helping avoid things like blood clots, which you can be more susceptible to when you're going through chemotherapy. So I am very conscious, and I'm drinking a lot of water in the day, and also obviously because it's hot, so drinking a lot as well generally. So I am up and down like a yo-yo in the evening, and I'm reassuring myself it's not just because of my age, but broadly speaking, still doing okay. Still loving the messages that people are sending me, so please continue. As I've said before, if there's anything specific, anything that you want to maybe just ask me, or you're kind of thinking, oh, what's this feel like, feel free to either message me or drop it in the comments below. I want this to be as useful to me as it is to everybody else, and I'll continue to check in. So look forward to speaking with you very soon. Cheers.